Yes. Podcast. Look, I'd rather be a gambler than a weekend. I walked in, sat down, had to leave, and violently vomited. I'm not going down that hole. I'm not. Don't even try me. Not today, Dean. Not today. I got you. My precious. You're the cream. And the coffee is life. You bring cream to my life. Once a week for an hour.
I gotta fix that audio because I just have to fix it. But anyway, how are you, Marissa?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the show, y'all. We are together again.
Forever.
Last day of
So
school,
in
huh?
love with you. For children in New York, yeah.
Well, do you think I care about people in Maryland?
Maybe.
No. Although shout out to my brother and his family. I don't know why I said Maryland, probably because I went to school there. I digress. Anyway, today's show is about celebrity couple goals then versus now. I wanted to, even though last week, let me just say, last week I said that, the topic was going to be about, colorism in the Heights, all of that, but I kind of want to wait until I actually see the movie before I start commenting on it.
Yeah.
And so, to be determined.
TBD.
But I did get the idea with this one because so many of you watched the clip with J-Lo that we posted. Got a lot of hits, a lot of views, and even my brother, who I saw earlier, he starts talking about it. I'm like, and then he's like, "Man, we should have did our podcast." I'm like, "Yeah, you fucked up, but that's another story for another day." But it gave me the idea.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying, like, we had the podcast, but he was like always like, and we had this podcast back in like 2015, 2014. Like,
yeah.
it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And he just would never show up. We did like 3 episodes. And I think had we been consistent with it and really followed through the premise of it, it was a good idea. Like, he tried to talk to me about like, man, we should do the show. And then we could have been talking about Chicago and all the things going to politics and all that. I'm like, yeah, that was the whole purpose of our show, but it takes 2 people. Anyway, that's a different type of couple, me and my brother, that then versus now. But the couples we're talking about are celebrity couples that are either married or dating. Most of them are married. I'm on a tangent. I'm turning into you right now.
I was just about to say that. Wow.
Anyway.
It's nice to be on this side of the chair though, because sometimes I'm in mid-tangent and I'm like, what am I trying to say?
It was just whatever. It's just, but like I was saying, I came with the idea because of Jennifer Lopez, and it seemed like a lot of people like when we post stuff about celebrities, when we talk about celebrities, good or bad.
Yeah.
And so I said, let's kind of expound a little bit on celebrity couples without actually talking about J-Lo, but couples that are still together, and that, society looks at as a goal or why they're not a goal.
Right.
So for most of the podcast today, for those of you that are watching, enjoy our mug, because I am now going to go to the what do you call it? The
share screen.
The share screen.
Showing a clip, showing a still, showing a photograph.
Wait a second. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm sharing the wrong. I gotta figure it out, y'all. Give me a second. Anyway,
wow.
Let's start with you. What is one of the celebrities that you think is a goal or not a goal?
Okay, so I was just about to call her Rita Moreno, and I don't know why I'm always calling her Rita. Rita Moreno is a shero of mine. So anyway,
we'll get to her.
Rita Wilson.
We'll get to her later.
Rita Wilson and Tom Hanks. They've been together in Hollywood years forever. They've been together about 155 years. They seem to both enjoy each other's company, which I really do like. And I will say this. Okay, So, they both have their own different like antics and stuff like that, but I think they have the same energy. But here's the thing though, they got 3 kids together, or is it just the 2 and he has one from another?
Yeah, they have 2 together.
Right.
Oh, wait. No, they have 1 together, right?
I thought it was 2 together, 1.
Oh, I don't know.
Either way,
I didn't think, okay.
I don't know. Their kids involved, and one is probably one's following dad's footsteps as an actor, one is acting a fool. It's up to you to decide which is which. And I think that's hard on a couple where you're you know, and to have to
4 kids.
oh wow. Well, one's acting a fool, and that's like puts a
Got a
strain.
daughter,
I didn't know that.
39 years old.
Interesting.
Anyway, and then three boys.
So, they seem to be extremely supportive no matter what antics are happening. So I appreciate that. I love it. I like them together. I like to see the silly side of 2 people. So I'm all about it.
And they survived COVID together
Mm-hmm.
and the pandemic.
Together.
Like if you catch COVID and you survive the pandemic, like you can't get divorced after that.
Oh,
like
don't even play with me. Don't even, no.
You can't go like into 2025 and be like, yeah, we've decided to dissolve our marriage. Like if you're divorcing this year,
no.
I'm okay with people that are like announcing their divorces. Like Carmelo and Lala, who we spoke about last week.
Right.
Obviously, I don't know, like he obviously survived the pandemic because he had kids during the pandemic. Twins in April. That's like he cheated
in the thick of it.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like announcing like this year you're divorced and you've been separated, I mean, the pandemic is still literally right now, even though we walking around the streets like it ain't nothing, I'm good. You know what I mean? It's still prevalent. But if you're gonna in 2025 be like, I'm getting a divorce.
No.
And y'all was married like 40 years.
No.
Like Bill and Melinda Gates, they couldn't survive the pandemic.
I wonder what really happened though.
I don't know.
And then you see Warren Buffett step down. Listen, there's more
people. Somebody made a good point. It's like, did he step down because of everything going down, or because he's old? Like
he should retire. Let him enjoy. Shit.
Yeah, exactly. It don't have to be a conspiracy.
Yeah.
With that.
Oh, there's always a conspiracy.
I know. That's
the life. But Bill and Melinda. First of all, Black Twitter. Thank you yet again with sliding into homegirls DMs. I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
It's funny. It's super funny.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna choose one. We have a million here. How about we go into Jay and Beyonce?
Yeah.
To me, it's like, would you consider that a goal or not?
Well,
go ahead.
He admittedly was unfaithful. So to me, that's not a goal. So that's hard.
But what have I always said? They cheat before you, on you, or after you. So if he wasn't with anybody before her, he was not in a committed relationship that we know of before Beyonce, like a true.
No, I thought he said he admitted to cheating on her while they were married.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They cheat before you, on you, or after you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's that. I mean, do you, like, for some people, cheating is forgivable if you put in the work to not do it again, like you made a mistake. For other people, it's like, F that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's an individual situation, individual circumstance.
But for that like caliber of fame for the 2 of them, who are you gonna leave? As Cardi B says, who are you gonna leave me for?
Beyonce would have been fine. He would have been fine.
They would have been fine. But
you
still,
take 500 million, I take 500
no,
million.
it's not about the money,
no,
but it's like, who are you gonna leave me for? Who's gonna match energies like that? Who's gonna like, who could you get on stage with? Because we've seen them on stage together bunches of times, and that energy that they match in separate lanes.
Like that. Speaking of then and now, in the beginning, it was very like off standard. She'd be over there like shaking, and he'd be like to the side. There was like no chemistry. I didn't feel like there was chemistry.
But now our last concert with them, I feel like I'm not supposed to be watching y'all right now.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So there was definitely forgiveness in that home.
But I think like there are couples, and I feel like every celebrity couple, if they break up, they'd be fine. You can't say that about regular normal, I'm still on the prowl. But like with them, it's like, first of all, a man, I feel like, has the easiest time of getting a chick. Like it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like they have the easiest time, and they can be 90 and have a baby. Like what the fuck?
Disgusting.
So I think they'll both be fine. And then Beyonce, like, if she doesn't go into a relationship, that's because she don't want to. Like, you know how many people be knocking on her door?
Men and women.
Exactly.
Everything would be knocking on her door.
I think they are one of those couples that would be fine. But like, if I hear that they're getting a divorce ever, like it's got to be some. I don't want to hear no irreconcilable differences.
No, I need a documentary on that.
Right.
Like I need to know what happened.
Exactly. Who you got next?
Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of hers as far as like her work. I didn't watch Gossip Girl. I never watched Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Never saw.
So I know that she's been in a bunch of shit. I just don't really watch her shit. But him I like. But whenever I see them together on social media, or even like the way they talk to each other, I really appreciate the banter. So I do like them. And I like that they acknowledged, so they got married on a plantation in America, and he's Canadian. That's why I'm saying America. He's Canadian. So they got married in America, and they got married on a plantation, and they acknowledged early on in the last few years how, you know what, had they really looked at the situation, they probably wouldn't have picked that venue. And they thought about it. And I appreciate that kind of energy. And I like that he's very like, obviously it's good business, but he's very tongue in cheek in what he does. Remember the Peloton ad with Homegirl, like the husband gives the girl, he took Homegirl and put it in an ad for his gin. Like,
oh really?
Yes. So it was almost like she didn't even say anything. She just sat there and was like, and she's drinking his gin. And then a friend is like, okay, we're going to have one of those nights. And she gives it to him. The premise of the ad for Peloton was a husband gives it to a wife, and everybody, like, it wasn't very well received. Like, so he took her, and then it was great. Cool. So I appreciate their energies.
All right. I'm going to throw it back a little bit and talk about Marilyn Monroe and Arthur Miller. That like from reports, obviously they were around in a time where there was no social media. Shit, we were around in a time when there was social media.
Yeah,
now we're
I know.
Can you imagine social media if we were in high school? Like I probably would be like,
well,
real fucked up.
MySpace was coming about, and it was just like not everybody was on it. Oh yeah.
See, you're younger than me. But when it comes to school, you're a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, MySpace wasn't, I don't remember when it came out, but I know it was more like during like my early 20s, I think, or teens, 20s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I wasn't on it.
College era, probably 18, 19, 20, 21. Whereas during that time, like I can look it up, MySpace, but I wasn't, the only internet that I had was like AOL, with the CD, and you download it. It's crazy.
Wait, but hold on. Finish your train of thought with Marilyn Monroe, because here's the
they had like a tumultuous, relationship, and I don't know. Like it looks sexy now, but it's like, do you really want to be in a relationship where the woman is like a pill popper and getting her ass beat?
No, the only relationship, marriage, whatever that I recognize and love for Marilyn Monroe is what's the baseball player guy? Was it?
Oh,
I want to say Joe DiMaggio.
yes, yes,
Him.
yes.
Oh
yeah, I should have put him. Yeah.
That's the only relationship that I acknowledge. Yes, everybody else was trash.
MySpace was in 2005 to 2008. So when did you graduate high school?
Way before that. I would never be on MySpace. I was 25 when it came out.
Oh, okay. So
I wouldn't.
that was a bad example.
That wasn't gonna happen for me. But what was before that? Nothing, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. We didn't have to deal with any of that.
Oh, thank
God. It was just like, I'm going on the internet to send a resume.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell is,
no.
Alta Vista?
I want to jump to David and Victoria Beckham.
Okay.
Love them both. Love all those children's. I love that he's a superstar footballer, and she is a superstar, mega pop star, Spice Girl. And do you know in England somewhere in the UK, I don't know if it was actually England, they made a show about like sleeping with David Beckham, and all the women on the show claim to have slept with David Beckham.
You don't think that's possible?
Oh, yeah, of course. But
that's a stupid show. Like, why would you even go on there?
Exactly. But
if you tell me somebody's like in a new Fast and Furious movie, I'm gonna that would not surprise me.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's in those movies. But what makes me like they're both, I like when two superstars from different, what do you call that, facets? Genres come together.
Mediums.
Yes, thank you. Mediums. Why are you looking at me like that? What?
Nothing, because I don't want to get into it again, but go ahead.
No, the Kardashian medium. I think it's still in medium. I will say this, and I'll say that to my dying breath. So I really like them together. And I also see how supportive that they are of each other, because you can't go through all of that, especially early on in careers, and have a healthy, successful marriage, without really coming together and supporting each other. So I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're not a fan?
No. I mean, they cool and everything. They're cool, but I'm just not.
It's fine. You don't have to be a fan.
I'm sorry.
No, I just like their relationship. I like that. I've seen them. They were on BBC America. It was like Gordon. What was it called? It's a chat show, and
that show, yeah.
Sacha Baron Cohen was like, I don't know if it was like a guest host or tongue in cheek, but he was there as Ali G, and they had an interview together. I'm talking like, this is a long time ago,
right?
And it was hilarious. I thought she was funny. I thought he was not that funny, because he at the time was more like, please just be quiet and look nice. But they were hilarious together, and I felt like they're again with the stupid, their energies were great.
All right, I'm going to go to the first that I can think of. She may not be the first, but when you think of celebrity basketball wives, I'm going to talk about Debbie Allen and Norm Nixon. They've been together God knows how long, but she said that he pursued her, and like I wonder, like she to me is what these other basketball wives wish they could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they, like, you have the TV show Basketball Wives, and it's like none of them are married to basketball players. Well, maybe one or two. They're like the ex-girlfriend, the ex-wife.
Yeah.
But she and him, like, they have like 3 kids. She's still, as Wendy Williams would say, dipping and doing. And so I look at them as a goal for athletes. That want to marry an entertainer in her own right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure they've had their ups and downs, but we don't know about them.
Oh yeah.
We don't know if he cheated. We don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
They just live their life. He supports her. She supports him. He's posting thirst pics with him. And it's like, a little bit, like if that was my mother, well, my mother or my grandmother, I'd be like,
Nana.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nana,
what are you doing? You know, so.
I love that.
But yeah, shout out to them, the original basketball player and basketball wife.
I'm gonna go to David Bowie and Iman.
Okay.
So David Bowie, they bring this clip every now and again where he was doing an MTV interview, and he was talking about and asked the genuine question, how come you don't have more Black artists or more minority artists, period? And he was, or I forgot the wording he says, but I'm gonna go with Black. And the response he got was basically that, you know, your average kid in middle of America would be too scared to see somebody Black on there. And the look on his face and the pushback and how vocal he was way early in the 80s, I appreciate that for the culture. And for him to, it's the classic, like back from when we were kids, like the rock star and the supermodel, which I don't even think they're supermodels anymore. They're all like reality stars.
They like to say Kendall Jenner's a supermodel, but okay.
Impossible.
My thing is
Impossible.
like supermodels, everybody from your mama to your grandma
know who you are.
And little 6-year-olds were imitating the walk. Like,
first of all, Iman's face is a goal.
Right.
Her just her chin, her skin. Naomi Campbell's walk is a goal. Christy Turlington's look, goal. Those are supermodels. Don't talk to me about. Anyway, no.
What's her name that used to? Her mother was a Beverly Hills.
Gigi Hadid.
Yeah, Gigi and Bella.
No, don't talk. No.
I don't think just because you're on the cover.
Kate Moss.
That's a supermodel.
Those are supermodels. No, those are supermodels.
Those are supermodels.
Not some chick from Twitter.
But I just, it's just like, okay, whatever.
But Iman and David Bowie, I love it. I love both of them. I just love it.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm gonna pull a goal for others, but definitely not for me. Faith Evans and Stevie J. Stevie with a B. So first of all, like he worked on her album, back in the day in the 90s, early 2000s, worked on Biggie, her ex-husband's album. And the fact that they're together is like, I'm still surprised by it, because it's like, they've been friends this whole time. And then, he's had all these tumultuous relationships. He got several babies' mothers. She's had her own tumultuous relationships, several baby daddies, or two. I shouldn't say several, 2 baby daddies.
A couple baby friends.
But do we judge when one of them died?
No.
Okay. However, Stevie's, I keep calling him Stevie because that's what they make.
Stevie.
Is Stevie.
Isn't that how Jocelyn says his name?
Yeah,
Stevie?
that's why I keep saying Stevie.
Stevie. Jocelyn, here your flowers. I love you.
Puerto Rican princess. Anyway.
I like her. I don't care.
I think their relationship is so odd, but it works for them. But it's like I can't believe they're together. And then the whole, she made a song with Eve. He used to date Eve. It's like too much. It's
so sloppy to me. It's too much. It's a goal for somebody, but
it sloppy and messy last week.
Yeah. Yeah,
but
you're right.
Shout out to y'all. Hope you have a long-lasting marriage and
enjoy.
You're definitely goals for someone. And I love Faith, one of my top personally. I'm not saying she's the greatest of all time, but for me, one of my top 10 singers of all time. For me personally, I still rock her album. So, but yeah, it's a weird relationship.
I'm going with I know everybody's hating on you right now, but Chrissy Teigen and John Legend. I love the support system. I like how he indulges her every little whim. It's the social media. And again, I just love the social media. They do these month-long vacations in I don't know, somewhere in Asia. And she does these headbands and he does these theme songs. He's she's just so outlandish and he's just so calm about it. And he's giving her theme songs. I just love it. I love it all.
He just defended her.
Yeah,
he doesn't do that. When he comes out and I need receipts, leave my wife alone. It's oh wait,
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
John.
okay.
All
Oh,
right, John.
all right, John. Okay.
How you doing?
Oh, let me fix my hair. Okay, John.
I'm gonna go with Boris Kojo and Nicole Ari Parker. I think they met on the movie Soul Food, or TV. I don't.
She's so
Actually,
beautiful.
It was the TV show Soul Food because, they had the movie and then they did the TV show.
She's so beautiful.
Right? They both are.
Like you're rude. You're so rude with that face.
I think it's unfair for two beautiful people to cohabitate.
That's
really
rude.
It's supposed to be one ugly
and what?
Like, I'm not calling Jay-Z ugly, but he's the least attractive of the two. So
Yes.
there's always supposed to be one that's
and
like,
then yeah,
exactly. It's like, oh, like Stevie J is not attractive. Faith is.
yeah.
But Boris and Nicole is like, damn, both of y'all got to be attractive.
You're either both so
That
funny.
annoys me.
They're both really smart or funny, or they're both really boring.
They don't seem boring.
No, why are you
And
so
then-
beautiful and not
And then they
boring?
have,
It's
They
rude.
have an autistic son.
Mm-hmm.
And the way that I mean, everything that we know about all the couples we're speaking about is through social media. It's like, we don't know these people.
Right.
But the way that they seem to, parent all of their
Yes.
children is like,
Yes. It's thoughtful, with love, with
Love it.
intention. But you're still rude with your fucking faces.
right? So attractive. Man.
My mouth started to water. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Okay.
First of all, anybody who would walk away from a crown for me, enough said.
That's it.
You get it all.
If I could drop this mic without breaking it right now.
Oh, we're not dropping that.
We're not- Thank you all for those that
Thank you
donated.
very much.
Thank you. But yeah, you're right.
But the way he just like this is my family, my wife. I'm building on this. And you can't help me with some groceries? And you live it? I'm not projecting, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm going to throw it back again to Elvis Presley and Priscilla Presley. I think they, in their day, were the superstar celebrity couple. Why are you making a face like that?
Wasn't she a minor? Wasn't she like
Was she?
15?
No, that was, what's her name? Frank Sinatra and
Which wife?
the one that has the son that works for the news. Oh, what's her name? The actress. Damn, was she a minor? Now I feel like, oh, why am I putting her on there? I don't know that she was a minor though. Was she? Oh Lord Jesus, forgive me. But Marissa will look it up and just to check. It's probably going to take a minute to figure out. But I wouldn't necessarily say that for me that they were couple goals, but they definitely were goals for many in terms of him being super attractive, talented, and her being the same. But did you find it?
According to thesun.com, she was 14 and he was 24.
Okay, moving on. Your turn.
I don't know if they're goals anymore. At one point, I used to always say what she said, talking about our friendship and our relationship and who we are. But Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. The only reason I'm saying because this entanglement got me a little like,
But if it's consenting,
But yeah, that's true. That's true. And they're still together. They've raised children, happy, healthy. They still enjoy each other's company.
they've
They highlight-
invited they've made a friendship. Excuse me, belching on the mic. His ex-wife is part of their family.
Yeah,
And so, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
she's one of the first women to come out, Jada, that is, and
Right.
and show how to
How to
co-parent
co-parent
and how to
goals.
be accepting
Yep. Yep.
of your stepchild and the mother.
And the mother.
and
Yes.
call him a bonus child.
Yes.
She's one of the
Yes.
first that I can think of that
That
really
was
made,
openly talked about and said, this is for the child.
Right.
Yes, goals.
So
Yes.
that to me is a goal right there.
Yep.
Regardless, the entanglement is like, they survived the entanglement.
Mm-hmm.
And they, it was agreed upon. And the only thing that I think that Will was like, once he was in, he was like, oh, wait. It's like one thing to say, yeah, I want to open a relationship, until you start seeing her.
Yeah, you
very
want to open. Yeah, like
It's like, I'm not ready. Like, we can have an open relationship, but like when you're not in a relationship,
Yeah.
and you're seeing your significant other.
Do they still have open relationship?
I don't know. Maybe it's on the table. They better never break up. After
Is all
they
I'm
put us
saying.
through too much. Okay.
I don't have a big.
What did she say? She said that she gonna give Ellen a call. Well, that was before Ellen was with Portia de Rossi. Remember, she said,
yeah.
she's like, this is forever.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she's gonna have to call Ellen. Like, it was a joke for her,
Yeah.
but I think they're gonna be together forever. I can't.
Yeah.
At this point, it's like,
where are you gonna go? Who are you gonna leave?
It goes back to what I initially said. Like, don't tell me you're divorcing in 2005, 2025. After you've been through COVID, entanglements, bonus kids, like
celebrityism.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it.
No.
I'm gonna pick Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry. Only reason, like, a lot of people are like, well, is she a celebrity? But now that she's got like her food channel and stuff like that, I think that qualifies as being a celebrity. Right?
Yeah.
They've been together, quite some time before he got into the league. They, to me, I mean, it's time will tell, but it's hard to see athletes that seem like they're in committed, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm not cheating. Like, we don't know, but they always say like basketball and football players and, how they all cheat, but he seems really into her, and vice versa. They have, 3 kids, and they seem like a very happy, supportive couple, both on social media and what they post and videos and stuff like that. And so, yeah, they're a goal for many, not necessarily me. I mean, they're young, I'm trying to have that grown and sexy couple. I'm not raising nobody's kids.
I want to go. They're not on here, but Goldie Hawn and
yeah, they're at the top. You can't see it because my screen they're next to Marilyn Monroe. It's an old picture. You can't see it because my screen.
Oh, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. Oh, okay. That
it's a pretty new picture.
No, but my glasses.
Plus, she's had a little plastic surgery,
supposedly. But Kurt, I love her, and I will say this: I love that she's very vocal about you don't have to be married to be in a committed relationship.
Right.
You do whatever you want, and I appreciate that. I don't think it's important to be married. I don't think that means you're progressing in life or in your relationship.
Right.
You do what works for you, and I appreciate that whole everything. Right. And I like how, even though I'm not a fan of hers, I like how those Hawn kids, like Oliver Hudson and Kate Hudson, I love how they talk about him, how he's just like
Papa.
Yeah, they're in it with him. Yeah. And I love that because especially like for a man, like when you're living with your mom or your dad, like for their partner to take you on and like this is all of us, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because he put in the work for them to highlight him in such a way and all the time.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm gonna try to find Gabrielle and Dwayne Wade. It's weird because they were dating and then he had a kid while they broke up, supposedly. But when they got back together, it was announced that he had a baby on the way, and then they got married. Like, it all seemed very like, did she say, I'll get back to you, we've got to get married? And he had the baby on. It was like very, who knows what it was. But since they got married and he's retired from the NBA, and it seems like they support each other. They support their children together and apart. And I think they definitely constitute couple goals, making it work, especially the part where, supporting your child who is transgender. transgender, is that like when you actually have the assignment? I don't think so. I'm really not too educated on it.
I don't think it matters whether you had a surgery reassignment or not, as long as that's what you identify as. Yeah. But I have a question for you. So the older 3 kids they're not from Gabrielle, right? She only has Kaiva.
Yeah, Kavia. So Dwayne has 2 sons, and then he's raising like a nephew or something like that.
Oh,
who's not always in the,
right,
older.
right.
And then Dwayne had another kid when they had their breakup. We've never seen what this baby looks like.
Got it.
And then Kavia. So together they're like raising 3. And Dwayne had full custody of the 2 boys, which is another story when they take like.
Where's the mom?
She's around. Like the sons post pictures with her and stuff like that.
Oh, because I always see like Gabrielle Union, the 3 older kids debate, not always with the baby, but yeah, like I see all of them. I never see her in the picture. Okay. All right. I'm into it.
Yeah.
And whenever they're talking about support for their family, she's
I'm
never in that photo, but I'm down with supporting families, especially kids.
Yep.
I want to go to, I'm going to steal your,
You're not stealing. This is all of us. Just say whoever.
Ryan Gosling and Eva Mendes.
It depends on the time of day.
Okay. First of all, how dare you yet again?
I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
The gall of you.
What?
The gall. How dare you is all I'm gonna say. But I love it. I love
them together. When I found out, I was okay with it. Because
I
was pining after him being with the Notebook, Rachel McAdams. I was pining after him being with her.
Yes.
But now it's like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
With him with her.
And I love it. And I love that.
Sorry, y'all. Pico is like
he loves it too. He absolutely loves it too. Pico. I love that they're very private, especially with the girls, their daughters. I love all of it. But how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Beautiful people. How can you be so beautiful?
Fucking rude? You're rude. You're just rude.
And then him with you remember how he saved somebody on the streets of New York City?
Why is my mouth watering again?
He's just, I'm gonna have to watch we might have to watch a Notebook.
How dare you? And then that movie that they did together, how they met, and when you see the way he holds her,
I didn't see it.
There's stills or like little vignettes, or I don't know what the wording is, where he's kind of like you just see them there, and it's just like, frames of him holding her and like just putting his arm around her, and you're like, oh, this is kismet. Y'all been together in like former life,
right?
Like y'all, okay. But how dare you?
So I'm going to go to Cookie and Magic Johnson. I picked them because they've been together so long, even through his I cheated and I caught HIV. Like, what's worse? Your dude comes to you, tells you he cheated and he caught HIV, or your dude cheats on you and tells you he has a baby.
Oh, it's all bad. For me.
Yeah, for you personally.
It's all bad.
You ain't choosing.
I'm not choosing.
Don't do it. How about that?
How about that?
Don't do it.
How about we not do that?
But then they support, their children.
Yes.
His son, who was supposed to, who many people thought would go into basketball. He was told, no, you say
he
supposed
has to. Yeah, but yeah, you expect like volleyball, school, But he kills it on some heels, though. Yeah, I tell you one thing, I can't walk as well as he walks.
Right.
Oh my Lord.
And the way that they support, for real, I love parents who openly support children who society says should not be supported by many people in society. Not the whole, like, when you see that, because it helps other families reconcile their discomfort.
Yep.
And so to see that, it was just like, Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We're gonna speed along this, guys.
Okay,
but there's a lot of people.
All right. The one who gave us the recipe and the formula for prayers on both ends, Sierra and Russell Wilson. I want to know her prayer and I want to know his prayer, because whatever y'all prayed, how you prayed, pray with intention.
I need that prayer, sis.
Yeah.
People love putting that in the
Yeah,
comments.
I need that prayer, sis.
Give us that prayer.
Yeah.
But nobody said to Russell.
They do.
Oh, they started.
They
okay.
started
They
to,
wasn't
yes.
saying that.
They were like, her.
Because he said
about
it.
him?
I think he said it first. He's like, well, ask about my prayer.
And which makes it even better. Right? And then first of all, the way he talks, listen.
It's another one with the co-parenting, like
in it and with the love and with the intention. And I love
a football to another man's son. You know what I'm saying?
Girl.
All right. So
yeah, we're gonna need them prayers.
Exactly.
Both of y'all's.
Speaking of football, we're gonna go on to Holly Robinson Pete and Rodney Pete. They've been together a very long time. Also raising a son who is autistic, and they've taught him how to be an independent individual in this society. Yes. And the way that they've raised their children and supported their children, and also cultivated their own relationship and carved out time for each other. To me, that's couple goals, because yes. You want to get to a point in your life where your kids graduate, you raise them, you let them go, but you still put in enough effort into each other and realize that the foundation starts with each other. So shout out to them.
What do you say after that?
We got like a couple more.
Oh, Oprah and Stedman.
No, I already, did I? No, you did. Oh, no, you're right. I was thinking about them, but I didn't.
Oh, we didn't talk about them. Oprah and Stedman. First of all, I love anybody who shines. Like, oh, that's Oprah, and she gonna shine. I mean, I know he's got his own thing and he does his own thing, and yes, I know he's a successful gentleman. Well, let's be real. She's Oprah, and she like
shine.
Yes, and wants her to shine, and is happy to be her fan. I love this. I love all about it. And the thing is, it's like, let's be real. She's Oprah. Like she carved out not only formulas, she's the mold. They didn't break the mold. She is the mold. So when we talk about Oprah and how you find a partner for somebody like that, but then you find him.
But she had been able to find, like, when they've been together since 86.
Yes.
Could Oprah in 2006 be able to find love the way she found in 86 when nobody knew who she was? That's the whole thing. There's a difference when it comes to somebody of that mega stardom.
But here's the thing, though, and this is where I feel like yes, and this is why I'm gonna say yes. You know how it's so often when somebody starts to, like, their trajectory of their career explodes. It's in another galaxy.
Right.
It's very hard to be self-secure, to match, or to whatever. That's a very hard thing for a lot of people, and you don't last. But when you're secure in who you are and what you do and what you bring to the table, yep.
True.
Because she would have seen that. She would have seen him for who he is, and he would have been like, yeah, you're Oprah, but I'm Stedman.
Right.
And that's, yep, they would have.
All right, I'm gonna go to Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen. Like, for real,
let's
like,
talk about daddy. All right.
I used to love Tom Brady, love him. Like, I thought he was so handsome, and then he like dumped his pregnant girlfriend Bridget Monahan for Gisele, allegedly. Why am I saying allegedly? Who gonna sue me, boo?
Yeah, but how like she was pregnant?
She was pregnant
and in love.
Yes. And then next thing he was with Gisele while his ex-girlfriend was pregnant. He says that they had broken up. She says no, they didn't. But that's neither here nor there. They seem to be in a very committed relationship. She rides for her man. If you watch any of their games together, the hot mics catch her cursing out opponent teammates. They're like,
yeah,
like she really rides for she rides for her man. And he's just like,
you got to see those clips where she's like wiping sweat off of him with a towel while they're working out together. Like, you're sweating too, bitch. But okay.
It's crazy.
She taught Daddy about, like, listen,
Daddy.
She calls him Daddy.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. But
that's creepy to me. Whenever a woman calls their dude Daddy.
Yes. I know. That's why I'm making
only
fun
if
of
you
it.
say Daddy, like when you're in front of the kids. Like, give it to Daddy.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it, because I find it off-putting. But so you can't match a model's like food game. Like, they know about nutrition, health, food, skincare. You just like, they're about it. That's their business. And you'll be hard pressed to find somebody who can match that. Like, you want to talk to nutritionists and healthcare experts? No, follow a model.
Right.
So she has taught him a lot about nutrition. And I feel like when they got together, while his game was good, it stepped up.
Right.
Because, and look at the longevity. She really taught him. Yeah. And now he has a whole, like, now he's making a business out of it.
Right.
And you better thank her, because she taught him how, like, your body, like the science of
your
the body.
Your body is your temple.
Yeah.
Or is that the phrase?
Yeah, I guess.
Whatever.
I think
right, go ahead.
We got everybody.
No, we got like 3 more.
Oh, Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. First of all, you know when a dude be loving you like that constantly and forever, and everything you do, you're like, I've loved her my whole life. I wanted her my whole life. And everything she does, he's like, for real. I don't even know if I know any like social clips about her talking about him.
Yeah, she doesn't really do
like social media carpets and stuff like that, but she's a working actress, and she talks about the job. Right. But he is just like, yes, I'm here to talk about Aquaman. But did you know that when I was 7 and I saw the Cosby Show, I fell in love with my wife? And you're like, okay, but like, chill, bro. I asked you about Aquaman. Yes. And I said I wanted that. And look where I am now. You can too, kiss. Just not my wife, though.
I mean, I love the idea of them together. And, you know, one of the things I also love is that she's like an older woman, and you always see like the younger woman with the older man. Yep. And if you look at all the pictures of them, he's always like, this is the picture that I posted. He's semi-leaning, but he's always
holding her. He like gives her his jacket because she's like,
he's always leaning into her.
Yes.
Find a guy that leans into you during pictures.
Oh my Lord. That's that. And look, Holly Robinson, Pete. Right. Lean in.
Right. Lean in.
Look at the way they're leaning into each other. Look at Curry.
See, but for a female, you want a guy with.
Look at
Jay-Z, Tom Brady, Russell Wilson's got a little lean going on. Boris Kojo got a little. Magic Johnson stooped the fuck down. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, I think we found it.
Find a guy that leans into you. Like Cheryl.
Say it again.
Lean in.
Find the guy that leans in, or girl, whatever.
Right.
Find your person that leans in. That's the formula.
Okay, we got 2 more. I'm gonna do Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. Is that her name? I think Holland Taylor. Actresses.
Yes.
Who neither one of us, I don't think we realized when they first came out that they were lesbians. Like they didn't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think they came out the gate with that. So when they got together, it was kind of like, oh. And then the age difference too.
Yeah.
And they've been together since like 2015, something like that.
I like it.
Yeah, I like them together.
I like it all.
Cool. It's cool. I don't think they're neither one of them are leaning in because they're both women.
No, but you see how, but look, her hand is on her waist.
Yeah.
And she's like, see the body language?
You think she calls her mommy?
No. That's so disgusting.
It's just as bad as Daddy.
Wait, who else we got? We're not missing anybody. We got everybody.
We're gonna say.
Oh, look at.
That's the last one. That's not Little Kim.
No, I said look at.
Oh, I just said Little Kim.
No, because look at the way they're both leaning.
Right,
and you know they're both
back, but he's trying to act like I.
Yeah, but you lean. Please, I'd be leaning in. Look at her.
Well, tell them who it is because they're
Iman, no,
yeah, Iman
Iman-
Shumpert.
Shumpert,
Yeah.
and I don't know his name.
Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert.
Oh my God.
That's okay.
Listen, I've had a long day.
I know it's been a long.
First of all, how dare her walk this earth looking like that?
They seem so like
in love. Everything.
I can't wait to see their show. I think it debuts this week.
I just
love when they had the first inclination of it. It was like,
oh,
it was pretty good. And now like the little girl Junie, she's just a
love
mini
it all.
me.
Yep,
she's a mini me.
But I love her. I love her aesthetic. Like I love all her videos. I love her songs. I like her work, her body of work. But visually, aesthetically, she's so pleasing. And then her work is pleasing to my ears and my souls. And then her videos, you're like, oh shit.
Well, that's a whole nother topic.
I know.
Them as a couple though.
My mouth is watering.
I love them as a couple because they've seemed very supportive of each other.
And so comfortable.
I just think about when the first daughter was born. Remember the the audio from the 911 call where she was having the baby in the bathroom and he delivered the baby and he was like crying.
Yes.
Oh man, that was a pretty good couple goals. So there we have it. Those are our the ones that we're sharing. Let us know in the comments what some of yours are, what your what do you call it, celebrity couple goals are. And yeah, you'll comment if you feel like it. We might comment, we might not, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna move on, Marissa.
Okay.
We're gonna move on
to
It's time for Tamieka's thoughts.
Is it though? Is it really? I say yes. All right. June is Black Music Month. And as we close it out, this weekend, I wanted to use Tamieka's thoughts to comment on something regarding the music I love so much, specifically R&B and hip hop. The first CD I ever purchased was a 1991 release by Nikki D called Daddy's Little Girl, alongside a cassette, remember those? Of LL Cool J's 1990 release, Mama Said Knock You Out. I was a hip hop fanatic. I consumed it all. Even as a child, I remember hearing Salt and Pepper's Showstopper and writing my first rhyme using the moniker TB Fresh. Yes, I still remember the lyrics. My name is TB Fresh. I'm not going to do it. As the years went on, I would buy releases by artists like A Tribe Called Quest, Grand Puba, Heavy D and the Boys, Guy, and of course my favorite artist of all time, Mary J. Blige. When it came to music, whenever I say Mary J. Blige on the side notes, I think of Whitney Houston.
I was just about to say that you can't say Blige anymore. You have to say Mary J. Blige.
Crazy. When it came to music, I became fully entrenched in my 20s, 30s, and now that I'm in my 40s, I noticed that my taste didn't necessarily grow with my age. I found that as the mid-2000s came to form, I preferred the music created in the 80s and 90s. My question is, why does this happen generation after generation? Is it because the older artist gets the older that the artists get, the less music that they make? Out of all the artists I mentioned earlier, only Mary J. and the surviving members of A Tribe Called Quest have released something in the last 5 years. Why is it that so many Black artists do not achieve the level of success that their white counterparts enjoy? Chances are Elton John and the Rolling Stones will be touring stadiums and arenas somewhere within the next year. Can I say the same about Guy, Grand Puba, or Nikki D? Yeah, LL will probably headline the Rock the Bells in the near future, and Salt and Pepper still do shows here and there, but the impact they had on Black music does not match the impact they yield today. I guess my point is, for all of you that are fans of Chris Brown, Lil Baby, Megan Thee Stallion, Travis Scott, Drake, her, SZA, and all the rest, enjoy the new music while you can, because longevity is pretty fleeting. Now let me shut up so we can go stream that Mary J. My Life documentary. Marissa, where can they catch us?
Yep, yeah, yes, 18 on Instagram and Twitter. The Yep, yeah, yes podcast on Facebook. Any streaming device that streams a podcast, all you have to do is say said device. Please play the Yep, yeah, yes podcast. And I really like your thoughts this week.
Like what?
I really like your thoughts this week.
So what you trying to say with my other thoughts?
I like them, but this one I really like.
Holla, Black music. It's Black Music Month. Shout out to Jay-Z, 25th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. Go stream that album if you can. Name an artist. One artist.
All I can think of right now is Sade.
Stream that Sade. You get the
Ordinary love.
I never liked Sade. I never was a fan. My dad loves Sade. I think I saw her in concert. Like when I worked at BMG, because we had an album with her. But yeah.
I love her.
We could go on a whole tangent of music, Black music.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna.
Okay.
Just to stream.
Just listen,
yeah.
comments.
And yeah, let us know.
Get at us.
Who's your favorite celebrity couple? Go holla. Bye, y'all.
Bye.